Why is it so hard to get into a committed relationship? Why are men ghosting me? What is going on? Hello, I'm Nicole Michelle, founder and femininity influencer for the Inner Beauty movement. Welcome back to all of you returning, and welcome to all of you joining me for the very first time. I appreciate you stopping by. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let everybody know we're live over here. Let's jump right into it. This is one of the number one obstacles I see women facing when they are on their road to commitment, or trying to get into a committed relationship, or trying to connect, or wanting to get married. This is an obstacle that if you don't overcome this one, it's not happening. Relationship, commitment, going to the next level, marriage, courting, none of that is ever going to happen from where you are if you don't pass this obstacle. All right, and this obstacle is big, but it's not insurmountable. You actually can overcome this, and it's called emotional unavailability. One of the signs of emotional unavailability is a woman's fear of the future. And a lot of that has to do with what happened in the past. And this is why you'll hear a lot of women backing away from serious relationships, talking bad about marriage, talking bad about exes, talking bad about past relationships, because they have a disconnect. They are still living in the past. There are some things there that they need to work through in order for them to move on and be open to new love in their life. Another sign of emotionally unavailable women is still involved with exes. And I know what you're gonna say. Look, I'm single. I want to do what I want to do. I want to go see who I want to see and do what I want to do. I'm a single girl. The problem is your emotions are tied up in that guy. And you may not think it because you're just having fun, or you're just taking up space, or you're just keeping from being bored. But what happens is, not only do intuitive, smart men pick up on that energy that's missing, they feel that there's something off with you. There's a one-off with her. She's not completely 100% present with me. Something's going on. And what he does is he ghosts her. He checks out. He starts seeing other people. He gets inconsistent. And men just don't have time to break every single thing down to a woman why he checked out. But a lot of times, I can tell you ladies, it's because if a woman is involved with another man, even if it's sexually, even if it's just friends with benefits, even if it's just, you know, your child's father or some miscellaneous person, if you're not fully in a relationship with a person and you're spending time with them, your energy is divided. And a man can't fully fall in love with a woman if she's not 100% available herself. Put it to you like this. Have you ever talked to a man and it felt like he wasn't really present with you? It felt like his mind was somewhere else. It felt like he wasn't 100% open. It felt like even when you asked him probing questions, he still didn't show up. He still didn't show up as his best self. You felt like he wasn't 100% with you. That's how you come off to a man when you're emotionally unavailable. And another way to detect if a woman is emotionally unavailable, ladies, is if you're close to being vulnerable. You feel yourself being vulnerable, you feel yourself getting close to a man, and you pull back. And this is why you see a lot of relationship advice and mentorship and coaching geared towards women, mainly because women are feminine, and our position and our femininity is basically relationships, bonds, connections, and that's our strong point. That's our position. And masculine men are problem solving and analytical and providing and protecting. Now, again, I'm reverting back to traditional definitions. So don't be offended if you're a modern woman. So if you're traditional, a man's role is provide and protect. Your role is to establish connections and relationships. And that's because you're going to be in a wife role and a mother role. You're going to be the heart of the family, the center of the family. So you need to be able to connect to all these personalities. And if you're off as the heart and the center of the family, everybody else is off kilter. And that's why a lot of relationship advice is geared towards women, not men, because that's our area. That's our wheelhouse as women, as feminine women, is relationships and connection. So if a woman is not being vulnerable or not allowing herself to be vulnerable, guess what? Men can't fall in love with her. There's a wall that he will never be able to climb. And her wall looks like outlandish expectations, fantasies that nobody can meet, borderline delusion, sometimes delusion, outlandish requests, outlandish demands, and they make out outlandish reasons why they can't move forward with a man in a relationship. They'll find, oh, he's lame, or he's not attractive enough, and many times these are legitimate concerns, but when you look at it, okay, but you're putting a lot of energy and emphasis into a man who has all of that and he's ignoring you. So, you know, sometimes you can find out that the person that's for you, he isn't ugly, but he isn't a model, and he might actually have all of the things on your list, or at least most of them, but you never gave him a shot because he doesn't have everything exactly like you like it. And that's important to know as ladies, is that your perfect guy, your knight in shining armor, may look like nothing you've imagined, but that doesn't mean he's ugly, doesn't mean he looks like a sea donkey, it doesn't mean he has a humpback, a Notre Dame look. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means he may not look like your fantasy. And a lot of women have a wall up, so they ostracize and put away and disregard every guy that comes their way because he doesn't fit a certain look, a certain box. Men do it too, but women, we're talking about women here and why they're missing out. So that's something a lot of women need to focus on. And we're afraid and we're triggered, so we run for the hills and we make up all these excuses of why he fell short, when in reality we were just scared. That's emotionally unavailability. So when a woman has a wall up and she's emitting an energy that says, get away from me, go, go, go. No, 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 come, pursue, pursue. Go, 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 go. Pursue, pursue, pursue. Call me, text me, take me out. I don't want a relationship. I don't want to get close. I don't want to. When she's doing that push-pull thing, a lot of women think that that's cute, but what it does is it wears men out and they go, wait a minute, something's wrong. And it makes it impossible for him to please you. So the last thing we want to do is come off like we have a wall up, like we have an edge to us that can't be permitted. Some of that is sexy to a degree, and if a man feels like, okay, this is sexy, this is a challenge, but then when he still doesn't get success after he's done everything right, after he's done everything to please you, he's still not making any progress, he's out of there. And that's where a lot of ghosting, because at that point it's not really ghosting, it's just him saying I give up. It's him saying I'm never going to succeed with her, I'm never going to progress with her, this is never going to move forward with her, I'm out of here. She has a wall up. A lot of times they can't articulate what's going on and they're like, you know what, I'm out. A lot of times a man will feel like there's a wall up and he senses that there's a wall up, and you know, wall means emotionally unavailable, and so a lot of times he goes, you know what, I'm not going to continue taking her out, I'm not going to continue texting her she's beautiful, I'm not going to continue sending her good morning text. For what? I'm not seeing any progress. And in the beginning it was cute and it was sexy and it was a challenge, and now it's a headache. And the final way to know that you're emotionally unavailable is hiding your emotions to get a desired reaction. It's a sophisticated form of manipulation, and in its purest form, it's emotionally unavailability. When we use our emotions, we turn them off and turn them on because we want to get a desired reaction from a man. When we do that, and we doing it with malicious intent, that is having a wall up, and that is accessing the dark parts of our femininity. And this is what's happening, is we're saying, I'm not going to show up as my best self, I'm not going to give you the best part of me, I'm not going to be vulnerable, and I'm not going to be authentic, I'm going to be disingenuous, and I'm going to come off like I'm authentic until I get the desired result from you, whether it's something tangible, or whether it's a desired reaction, whatever the case may be, the woman is going to use her emotions to garner a certain reaction, and it's hard for them to give love. So what they do is they withhold their good love from other people, especially men. They withhold their good love, the goodness of them, and they give a fake love as a wall, as a protection of their emotions. And what it does is it actually keeps out true love, because walls keep out, but they also keep you in, and they keep people away from each other. And so what could have been the blossoming or the burgeoning great relationship, you'll never know, because that wall was up. And here's the key I want you to remember: when we allow our emotional walls to come down, not only do we let ourselves out, but we let love in. And thank you so much for sticking to the very end. And ladies, remember, this video is to just help you identify some of the characteristics of emotionally unavailable people. And this could be male or female, but a lot of times this keeps us from having and attracting great relationships. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and come back again. And remember, I love you and Jesus Christ loves you. And until the next time, keep the faith. Bye.